Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how you don't make these money mistakes. Kevin O'Leary, let's get right into it. Inflation is hitting Americans where it hurts, their wallets. From gas prices to grocery prices, according to the most recent Labor Department data, consumer goods prices rose 1.2% in March compared to February and 8.5% year on year. Everywhere you look, it appears that your dollar isn't going as far as it once did. The most important thing Americans can do with their money during a period of high inflation, according to Kevin O'Leary, chairman of O-Shares ETFs and a judge on CNBC's Money Court, is to avoid keeping the majority of it in a low-interest savings account. O'Leary says, right now in a bank account, you're getting very little interest, adding, and inflation is over 6%, so you're actually losing money every 12 months. In other words, if your bank account pays 0.01% interest per month but inflation is 6%, the value of your money decreases by 5.99% over the same time period. When he was younger, O'Leary discovered the hard way that banks were a bad place to keep his money when he saw how little interest his savings account was earning. He said, "I realized, wow, I'm not making anything on this cash sitting around, in that I had to learn how to invest," adding, "and that's exactly what I did." O'Leary agrees with the experts, including Warren Buffett, who advise people to invest in index funds, which are automatically diversified despite market volatility. O'Leary notes that the S&P 500 has historically outperformed inflation. Even when the market is falling, experts usually advise staying the course and resisting the temptation to sell. According to a recent JP Morgan analysis, the 10 best days for the market since 2002 occurred after sharp declines, such as the 2008 financial crisis and the 2020 market crash at the start of the pandemic. If you invested $10,000 in the S&P 500 at the start of 2002, you would have more than $61,000 at the end of 2021 if you held all your investments versus just $28,260 if you missed the market's 10 best days, CNBC reported. In general, O'Leary is not opposed to keeping spending money in savings accounts. He suggests that everyone keep 3 months' worth of salary on hand in case of emergency, but that going above that results in unnecessary money loss due to inflation. He said, savings in cash in a bank account make basically no interest, certainly after inflation, adding investing is keeping pace with the equity and stock markets, and I believe you must understand the distinction between the two. On top of that, he also has a morning routine that keeps him motivated. O'Leary spends 1 hour reading the news after waking up between 5 and 5:30 a.m. and working out. To stay current on global markets and current events, he sources research from banks, reads articles, and watches broadcasts from around the world. He claims that doing so is essential for making decisions at work and helps him avoid costly mistakes. O'Leary says you have to invest in information, adding, if you make decisions without relevant information, I guarantee you will lose 100% of the time. Spending an hour skimming through articles on your social media feed may sound easy. O'Leary's process is much more rigorous. He said, the way you remain successful is by turning yourself into a good filter, adding, you have to be able to distill between what's real and what isn't. During his daily morning news hour, O'Leary avoids articles with ridiculous and outrageous headlines, no matter how appealing they sound. Instead, he prefers early morning broadcasts from Asia and Europe, whose markets open earlier than Wall Street and provide an indication of the pace of his day ahead. He also prioritizes any new peer-reviewed academic and scientific research relevant to his work, which is typically sent to him by banks with which his firm works, he says. Notably, O'Leary claims to fact-check all news he reads. He claims that he routinely watches clips from BBC broadcasts in the morning and compares them to domestic headlines from national outlets, and that he discards any story that isn't supported by multiple sources. He said, you start to see generally 5 to 7 themes per morning of what is occurring globally. It can be difficult to decide which media outlets to check first thing in the morning. Experts frequently recommend nonpartisan rankings of media bias as a useful tool. One of the most popular comes from media solutions company All Sides. Fact-checking can also extend beyond comparing headlines from various sources. Google offers a free fact-checking tool that allows you to search keywords and determine whether claims made on social media or in blog posts are accurate. Factcheck.org and PolitiFact provide similar services with experts verifying or debunking public claims made in viral headlines, social media, and political debates. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.